I don't even understand how something like this even happens, let alone happening in the same week that NieRAutomata randomly gets some news. I'm not the biggest Evangelion fan, but I am quite familiar with it. I watched the original show a long time ago, and that's low-key it. I haven't watched any of the new things or really ever understood the original either. But even with being familiar with the story beats and the ideas it plays around with, combining that with Yoko Taro, oh my god, when this guy gets his beautiful, magnificent, beautiful, nearified, dragoonified hands on this franchise, only amazing things can come from this. Now hear me out. Yoko Taro has always been talking about a different type of project, a different project he's working on. Nobody could have expected this. Now, he's mentioned before, and this all came to light recently because of this news, that he's always been a big Evangelion fan. And it's actually one of the things that inspired the story of NieR. His words, actually, he thinks that NieR is just a retelling of Evangelion. I don't see that as true, but after thinking about it for a little while, I do see some similarities, especially with like the allegories of NieRReplicant more so than I'd say Automata. But still, I see there's a true inspiration. Well, guess what, buddy? Yoko Taro can just work on his inspiration now, I guess. I think that this is a really good direction to take Evangelion, because I'm familiar with at least the idea that the original story has been, told and then told again, and it's been wrapped up with a nice little bow tie, and now we're just going to milk the cow, but we're going to milk the cow. It's a fully fed cow. The cow is fully fed. We're feeding the cow Yoko Taro, and Yoko Taro is turning into the milk. Well, let me tell you something. You know how if you leave a bottle of milk or a carton of milk out, it'll go rancid and bad? Yeah, Yoko Taro will rewrite the rules, and actually, the storyline would change completely. In between the process of the milk being made, I'm going to stop myself right here. Clearly, I'm a little hyped. This does make me, I'm not going to be a normie here, but it does make me want to get into Evangelion, give it another shot, maybe try and understand it, watch the movies, the end of Evangelion, Thrice Upon a Time. I don't know what these words mean, but I want to give it another shot, because if the goat, the confusing goat, the man, the myth, the legend, Yoko Taro, is getting his hands dirty in the material that he used to spawn one of the greatest franchises of all time, NieR, coming from Dragoon, I think we're in for a very, very big treat here. I don't see this going down a path where it's a rehashing of the same story. I mean, the guy is extremely goonified. We're going to get some gooning material from this show, but we're also going to get one of the most heartfelt and most internalized characters ever. There's no real speculation that can go into this, but Yoko Taro loves loops, replays, and perspective shifts. If that's going to play any role here, and given just the story he's already written before, there's no doubt that the story being told is going to be different than what has already been told. Again, no speculation can really be made. As long as the idea is that it's the story of Evangelion, who knows? Who knows what this can really be? But the idea of timelines is also something that I'm familiar with, so we're probably going to get some familiar story beats, but the perspective is what I think is going to change the most. I feel like a lot of eyes are also going to be on this, because it's the first time Evangelion is leaving the director's, or the original director's hand, as well as like the music is being made by someone completely new that clearly has some good repertoire under his belt. I'm excited to see the differences this can bring, because the one thing is, if they're going to milk something, then they might as well do it in a unique way so that we're not watching the same thing over and over again, just with a little bit of line delivery change. Obviously, if you like the original, go watch the original. Those already are there for you. This is for a new perspective to bring on new people and people who are already familiar with the franchise. It's just, there's going to be a steep amount of pressure and criticism going into this. I just think it's insane that we're getting this information right around the same time we get some NieRAutomata information. Like, what is Yoko Taro doing? Is what he's been cooking finally coming out of the oven? Clearly. So let me know your overall thoughts of Yoko Taro's involvement in this project, as well as your thoughts on both projects, the NieR and the Evangelion one. And I will see you guys in the next one.